Hello students, welcome to the online classes presented by Southern Global School. I am Mr. Farooq Sheikh and today I am going to teach you Social Science Chapter 3 Cultural Heritage of India, Sculpture and the Architecture. In the previous chapter you have studied about the nature heritage and the cultural heritage of India. Okay, uh, now in this chapter we are going to study about the sculpture and the architecture of India. Okay, that heritage, that means not just only the buildings and the monuments which are built by our forefathers, but heritage means that is also physical also, and the materialistic heritage also is there. Okay, physically means that what is types of the mentally ability that we have received, skills, arts, these all are called the physical heritage. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study about the sculpture and the architectures of India, and as well also we are going to study about the Gujarat sculpture and architecture too. So cultural heritage of India, sculpture and the architecture. So first you need to understand the meaning of the sculpture and the architecture. Okay, so India is a world famous for its rich cultural heritage. Okay, many of the other tribes were came to the India, and with the mingles of their culture and the Indian culture, that is why that Indian culture become very rich and the heritage. So the art of sculpture and the architecture has brought a unique identity to India, and because of this the identity of India is a very unique. Okay, town planning of Indus culture of ancient India was greater than the contemporary town planning of the world, and it is a very remarkable. Okay, as well you all have studied about the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal. Okay, these all were the ancient town, ancient civilizations which have been found in the India, and also that Mohenjo-daro is some parts in the Pakistan also. But this were originate in the India, in the earlier India. So that is why that Indian town planning that time, it was greater than the any other contemporary world. Okay, and it was also the very remarkable. Sculpture means carve the fillings on stone, wood or metal with hammer and the chisel. Sculpture, there is a curve. Curve means उसपे chisel से उसे कोतरना. It is called the curve. The sculpture means curve to fillings, the filling on stone and wood or on metal with hammer and the chisel. In the 6th 7th you have read about the Tamrapatra, Tadpatra. Okay, that stone inscription. These all were the example of the sculpture. First we need to understand that meaning of the sculpture. So the art of shaping figure or design with facial expression in round or in a relief, professionally performed by a sculptor with the help of chisel and hammer, is known as sculpture. Okay, you need to understand this very well. What is called the sculpture? Okay, shaping the figure or design to give design, and also the facial expression. They also made the different idols also. Okay, and round or in a relief, professionally performed by sculpture with the help of chisel. That is a chisel, one very sharp tools which is used to the curve the stone, and hammer, hathodi, that is known as a sculpture. Okay, so this is the very important, you have to highlight, and you can also note down in your notebook, and also you have to prepare and memorize this. Okay, what is called the sculpture. Okay, next is the architecture. First all of you understood about the sculpture, do by heart this. Okay, and also once you have by heart, try to write it by heart. Let us see the second, architecture. So simple meaning of architecture, there is a very simple meaning of the architecture. Okay, the simple meaning of architecture means art of construction, to construct the buildings, monuments, temple. Okay, and all the things, it is called the art of construction. The word vastu is used for the architecture. And in this, that is also that the word that vastu is used for the architecture in Sanskrit language, and it is very much renowned. In this reference, art of constructing buildings, houses, towns, wells, forts, minarets, temple, mosque, and tomb is called the architecture. Skill of architect is seen in the art of his architecture. This film, there is a simple, very simple meaning. Now also we are making the different buildings and all. That our school. This also example of one architecture. Okay, one construction, and the word avastu is used for architecture in Sanskrit language. Okay, while we are making our new house, so that time we before entering or leaving the house, we are performing a vastu puja. So this vastu word is for used for the architecture in Sanskrit language, and it is very much renowned. In this reference, art of constructing building, houses, towns, wells, forts, temples, mosques, and tombs is called the architecture. Means all the buildings, okay, all the buildings which are built by using this art of Vastu or the architecture, they are called the architecture. And the skill of architect is seen in the art of his architecture. Okay, we can see now in India many of the very renowned and very adorable monuments are present in India now also. Okay, different from Bandis, tomb, mosques, Taj Mahal, Red Fort. Okay, these are many architectures are present in India. Okay, now ancient Indian town planning. Okay, in the previous also you studied about the ancient Indian town planning, about the Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Lothal. Now in this 10th standard also we are going to study about the ancient town plan. So India has acquired expertise in the field of town planning. Many such towns have been found out during the archaeological excavation work. Okay, where there was excavation work was going on. So that time many of the towns have been found. Okay, and the towns were divided into the three sections. And which towns were found? The towns were divided into the three fractions. First, for the fort of rulers, citadel, it was known as the citadel. Second, houses of administrative officer situated on the other upper part of town. Okay, there were two parts were there. One was the upper part and second was the lower part. After finishing this class, I will send you also the one video link. Okay, for to understand that how the town planning was. Number third is the residence of common people seated on the lower part of town. Or the lower part, there was a one upper part where the kings, rulers, and the official peoples and the officers were living, and one was the lower part where the common peoples or the others peoples were traders and all were living. That was a lower part. Upper part was known as a citadel, CITDL citadel. Okay, so that we can see that ancient towns were divided into three sections. Upper part was the fort of rulers, citadel. Second part, houses of administrative officer situated on the upper part of the town, and the third is the residence of common people situated on the lower part of town. Here you can see the picture. This picture, it is a picture of town planning of Mohenjo-daro. Okay, while you are looking at this here, okay, so can you see here what is it? This is the great bath. Okay, this now we are calling it the swimming pool. I mean, this swimming pool, but at that time it was known as a great bath. Okay, and on this four side you can see this very small these rooms. Okay, so these rooms are bathroom, so where the people were changing their clothes. Okay, and this was built on the upper part. Okay, where the kings were and the rulers were living. Okay, now Fort for rulers were constructed on the upper part of the town. There are the how that building were constructed. Okay, the forts for rulers were constructed on the upper part of the town. Forts were constructed around the palace or the buildings of the officers and the rulers. Second, upper part of the town is safe and protected with houses having 2 to 5 rooms. And the upper part of the town, it was very safe, also safe from the inventions. It was also safe from the flood, because it was built on the upper level. Okay, that is why there was also full flood also was not affected these houses. And also this was protected with the houses having a 2 to 5 rooms, यानी कि इन घरों में रूम्स भी बहुत ज़्यादा होते थे. House House on the lower part of the town are mainly constructed with the handmade bricks. Okay, and this is the houses. Okay, they were constructed only with the handmade bricks, यानी कि हाथ से बनी हुई ईंटों से ये घर बनाए जाते. People of Indus Valley civilization has developed many more beautiful and systematic town than many other civilization of the world from the architecture point of view. Among all of the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro had the best town. In the contemporary time of this, no any towns were as greater or the better than the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So that means India was the reached from the ancient time than the other world. Okay, and that time people were living the very luxurious lives too. Okay, you can see here the great bath that the kings were building their palaces on the upper level. Okay, so that is the also we can understand by the town planning of this. Okay, and not just only the palaces and all there. Okay, that town planning also was like a city, उनके जो घर भी बनाए हुए थे ये थे. So there was also the road also was constructed. There was also the drainage system also was there. Okay, let us see the town planning of Mohenjo-daro. So Mohenjo-daro in 1922, the archaeologist named Rakhaldas Banerjee and Dayaram Sahani, two Indian archaeologists, that Rakhaldas Banerjee and Dayaram Sahani. These have found out remains of huge town planning during the excavation work which was being carried out under the guidance of Sir John Marshall and Colonel Mack. And these both Indian archaeologists, they found these archaeological sites under the guidance or under the observation of the Sir John Marshall and Colonel Mack in Larkhan district, and in the Larkhan district, and that Larkhan district now is present in the Pakistan of Mohenjo-daro. Do you know what is the name of the Mohenjo-daro now presently? It is, what is the meaning of the Mohenjo-daro? So the Mohenjo-daro, that means heap of dates. Heap means dagla. Daglu, it is called in Gujarati daglu. And dates means dead bodies. Okay, यानी कि मृतदेह. Okay, dead bodies. Heap. Okay, the construction of town and the municipal composition. Okay, so from the point of view of town planning, Mohenjo-daro is the best. Houses were built on high plinths of protect from flood and the dampness. Houses of the rich people were double storied having 5 to 7 rooms, while those poor people, they have only very less rooms. The construction of town municipal composition. So from the point of view of the buildings or the town planning, that Mohenjo-daro was the best in the contemporary world. That houses were built on a high plinth, यानी कि ऊंचाई पे बनाए जाते थे to protect from the flood and the dampness. And the houses also that rich people were double storied, 2 माल के, 2 floors, 3 floors. Okay, and also they have the rooms 5 or 7. While those for poor people were single storied having 2 or 3 rooms. और जो गरीब लोग थे उनके हाउसेस जो थे वो सिंगल स्टोरेज यानी कि सिर्फ 1 माल के थे. ओके, एंड फॉर 2 or 3 rooms because they were poor. The town was fortified, the main entrance of the house open on the side lanes and not on the main roads. Okay, there was a road were constructed. Okay, after I will show you that video about the town planning. So which was the main road also was there, and also that undersided lane roads also was there. Okay, so that houses, that main doors or the main entrance gates were open in the side lanes, not on the main road. So the remains of storehouse, kitchen, and bathroom were found in every houses. This there was proper arrangement of doors and windows to keep the house airy and ventilated. Now also that point of view for the building of these houses that we can see. So these houses also as they were built, so they was ventilated and also the airy. No need more another artificial light. ओके, यानी कि दूसरे कोई आर्टिफिशियल लाइट की जरूर नहीं रहती थी, बिकॉज दे वर बिल्ट वेरी वेंटिलेटेड एंड द एयर. Now, number second is the road. This is also very important feature of the road in the ancient Mohenjo-daro civilization. So roads are main feature of this town planning. The roads were 9.75 meters wide. The small link road crossed the major ones at right angle, and the small link roads, they were crossing this road at the right angle. Okay. This is the way the roads, the buildings. Here was the another roads. Okay, and this is the here the very small roads. Okay, so these roads were meet. These roads were meet at the right angle. This is called the right angle. Okay, this is called the right angle. Okay, this is the way these roads are meet at the right angle. The small lane roads, they were meet at the right angle. These are the middle in the house. Okay, now this house is that entrance, main entrance were not on this side, on the main road side. They were open on either this side or this side. ओके, यहाँ तो इस साइड से ओपन होते थे, यहाँ तो इस साइड से उनके एंट्रेंस गेट होते थे, फ्रॉम दिस साइड और दिस साइड. ओके, दिस साइड और दिस साइड, नॉट फ्रॉम द मेन रोड साइड. Okay, there was also reason behind it for the safety, that no one can be easily enter in the house directly. Okay, they need to come toward the entrance, and the all the people also can be seen easily. Okay, so this that is the reason behind it. Okay, so the roads were as this is the way they were constructed. So the small link road crossed the major ones at right angle. These roads were wide enough for a number of vehicles to pass at a time, यानी कि एक ही टाइम पे दो या दो से ज़्यादा व्हीकल्स एक साथ पास हो सकते थे. Okay, so that was enough wide. Okay, so now that time there was no other trucks or the any other big vehicles. That time carts, camel carts, bullock carts, horse cart, these were. So it was not the very big or the very giant vehicle. Okay, that is the why that number. Okay, that for a number of vehicle can be passed at one time. So pits on road side suggest there might have been lamp post. There was also the pits, खंबे भी वहाँ पे है. So that means it is suggest, we can understand. So that time might that pits have been built for the lamp post, यानी कि उस पर दिए जलाए जाते थे for a night. Roads of town were straight main road without any turns, and the main roads, they were built completely straight. They were not turning. There was no any U-turn. It was completely straight without any turn. and this considered to be speciality of ancient time. There were two main roads. One was going from north to south, and other was going from east to west. Both cross each other at the right angle. Two roads were constructed there. One roads were going from north to south, and one was going from the east to west. And both the roads were crossed at each other at the right angle. Okay, so this is the roads were built completely in the middle. Okay, now roads these are cross each other. Okay, at the right angle. Okay, so what happened? This here the building were constructed. Okay, here, and the many of the societies and the buildings were there, and these were the roads. So now no any turn was there in the roads, and this here also that many of the other small lanes also roads were there, and so that is why they were cross this road, and they will meet this road at the right angle. Okay, here from the cities or the societies also many of the roads were built, and they will meet at this main road at the right angle. Okay, from the here also. Okay, and this is also road crossed at the right angle. This is here the buildings were constructed. Okay, so I hope all of you understood about the road system. Okay, so now the drainage system. Drainage system is very important nowadays for the hygiene, and that time also in the ancient time, that time also there was a drainage system, means that we can understand that people also were aware of the health and the hygiene, यानी कि वो लोग भी खुद की तंदुरुस्ती के लिए बहुत ही अवेयर थे. Okay, that also we can understand. Drainage system. So drainage system is a unique feature of this town planning. Such a drainage system was found nowhere except in islands of Crete in the Mediterranean Sea. This system was built to drain dirty water out from the town. And this drainage system, it was built for a drain dirty water, okay, from the town. And each and every house had a caspits. This panel systematic and efficient drainage system clearly prove that they were very careful about their health and the hygiene. And for this that we can understand the people of the Mohenjo-daro and the ancient civilization, they were very aware of their health and the hygiene, and that is the why they built this drainage system. And number fourth is the public bath. Now we are calling it the swimming pool. Okay, and we are bathing and the together as it is that time also public bath were built. So a huge bath was excavated at Mohenjo-daro. There was an arrangement to put fresh water in the dirty water out. There might have been facility for hot water and small rooms for changing the clothes. और वहाँ पे स्मॉल रूम होते थे क्लोथ चेंज कर, एज आई शो यू दैट प्रीवियस इन दैट. लेट मी शो यू अगेन. Okay, this is the great bath. Here in the middle, these two you can see here. Okay, this here and the here, these are both are the steps, so you can go inside and then after you can bath. Okay, and this is the from the here. Okay, here you can see that one. Okay, from there the dirty water was drained out and they can fill up again the fresh water. And the on the all around this all small rooms you can see, these rooms are actually the changing room, वो जो चेंज करने के लिए उनके क्लोथ चेंज करने के लिए रूम्स है. Okay, so this is the great bath. Why they were built the great bath? Let us see. So might that is also believe this maybe they have built this great bath for the festival or for the religious ceremony. Okay, so the public bath might have been used on festival and religious ceremony. Okay, or maybe some people who are came from the other towns or the other cities, and if they stay in the Mohenjo-daro, so maybe they can take a bath in these great baths. Okay, in the public park. Number fifth is the public building. Now that time also the public buildings was also built. The ruins of the town, huge buildings have been found at Mohenjo-daro. They might have been used as a town hall or as theater or administrative officer or the granary. The barrack of such building was also found out. This must have been used to accommodate soldiers. Okay, and public buildings also was there. So very huge building also have been found in the Mohenjo-daro, and it is also believed that might have been used for town halls, for the marriage functions or the any other, for the theater, for the entertainment, or also for the administrative officers or the greenery means to store of greens. Okay, for the food in the emergency time. And the also the barrack of such buildings was also found out, the barrack that soldiers can be live and stay there, and this must have been used to accommodate soldiers, और वहाँ पे वो सोल्जर्स को रहने के लिए वो बनाए गए हुए अकोमोडेट सोल्जर यानी कि सोल्जर के रहने की जगह, दैट इज कॉल्ड द बैरक. Okay students, now here is the Mohenjo is completed. In the next video, I am going to teach you about the Harappa and the Dholavira. Okay, and also I will send you the one YouTube video links or the video about the town planning of Mohenjo Daro. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Take care.